Ooh, very
First
nice.
story from spacenews.com. SpaceX is making progress on Starship in-space refueling technologies. NASA says SpaceX is on track to demonstrate in-space refueling of Starship next year, a critical technology for returning humans to the lunar surface using that vehicle. So I haven't done enough research, but Artemis is NASA's new, I think, Apollo program. Artemis is the whole moonshot program, I think, and beyond. But SpaceX is like providing the vehicle to get there.
Sure.
So it's NASA's just kind of like, we'll provide the bodies. We're not getting involved in any of the equipment this time. Yeah,
they're too busy selling swag.
That's true. Doing. That's true. I almost bought a classic NASA shirt instead of the Mojave Space Center shirt.
See?
I don't know why we need in-space refueling. Aren't we just going to blow some shit up with some estrogen?
Eric, just wait till your cop stories at the end. All right, that's because
okay,
blow some shit up at the end.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
NASA Deputy Associate Administrator for the Moon to Mars program, Amit Kashatria, said SpaceX achieved one step towards refueling a Starship with the demonstration on the latest Starship test flight on March 14th. During that flight, SpaceX performed an in-flight propellant transfer demonstration under a NASA program or NASA contract. SpaceX planned to transfer at least 10 metric tons of liquid oxygen from a header tank to the main tank within the Starship upper stage while in space. 10 metric tons.
That's huge.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
The next major milestone is a demonstration plan for 2025 where 2 Starships will dock in orbit, with one transferring propellants to the other. I hate that dock has been stolen from us. With one transferring propellants to the other. We can't have nice things anymore. That's all taken away.
Docking.
In that mission, a target Starship, but this might not get any better now that I just brought that up. In that mission, a target Starship will launch first and go into orbit, followed 3 to 4 weeks later by a chaser Starship. The 2 vehicles will dock with the chaser transferring propellants to the target. After the demonstration, the 2 Starships will undock and deorbit. The spokesman said SpaceX has some work ahead of that test, including understanding. I read it fine before this podcast, but now
we could go sexual with docking.
Hold on.
I was trying to do the
wait. It's going to go that way unintentionally. The spokesman said SpaceX has some work ahead of that test, including understanding the slosh of propellants in the tanks as Starship maneuvers, as well as the amount of settling thrust needed once the vehicles are docked to ensure propellant flows between them. That's an hour ago. That was fine. That whole paragraph was fine.
Sounds like it's diddling.
Man, that is a rough one.
That was
childish minds. That's a rough one.
All right, let's see if this does any better. Propellant transfer.
Wow.
What? The idea of dealing with the momentum of a liquid sloshing around is pretty entertaining now.
Well, you know what? On one note was The Martian, right? Remember in the movie The Martian when they launched that relief mission, and they didn't take into account that what some of the rations liquefied, and then it created that side to side momentum. Yeah. I mean, all that stuff's real. I mean, right, it's real considerations, but they're actually trying to figure this out before they have to do it. So
it's pretty cool.
It's kind of ominous here. This next paragraph. Propellant transfer technology is essential to SpaceX's plans for Starship missions beyond low Earth orbit, including the human landing system version of Starship that will be used to land astronauts on the moon, starting with the Artemis 3 mission, currently scheduled for no earlier than September 2026. So 2.5 years ago, or 2.5 years from now. Multiple Starship launches will transfer propellant into a depot in low Earth orbit that will then be used to fuel the HLS Starship, sending it to the moon. So we're just going to have a floating tanker truck up there, right?
Yeah.
Massive fuel bladder just
big
falling
fuel
around the Earth.
right?
Yeah. With all that debris.
And it's like,
perfect.
Hey, a bunch of solar sails flying
crazy.
in and around that fuel tank.
I like it.
Man. It's like, you got to dodge some shit up there now, man. That's crazy. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting some of the technologies that they're trying to work out that we're not aware of before they really make this push. So I hope they have the funding to do it. I hope we don't run out of money. So
yeah, you got to pay those big brains.
Oh yeah,
you got to pay them.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to pay a lot for docking.
I mean, if they're worried about docking, they
Docking's
should
not
probably
cheap.
bring in some other experts. I think there's some other people out there outside the box thinking could help with
Ooh, outside
sloshing
the box.
fluids.
Outside the box.
I mean, what do you
outside
like
the
to?
box.
I mean,
Very
what
good.
would you do besides docking?
Outside the
I'm
box.
sorry, guys. Sorry.
That's so good.
I
Like he's lost for words.
Love it.